Impromptunes, 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 impromptunes. Do you hear the people improvising?
Good people of the world, thanks for tuning in to Impromptunes, the completely improvised musical podcast. Now here they are, the cast of Impromptunes.
Yeah, work it, do it. Now you're listening to Impromptunes. I'm Morgan Phillips, your MC of tonight's or today's, whatever I'm your MC of Impromptunes. I'm here feeling thoroughly revved up and ready to go. Here with Teresa Johanna.
Hello, Morgan.
Hello, Teresa.
How are you?
Like I just said, revved
Revved up and ready to go. It was stupid. It's like I wasn't even listening.
Yeah, you weren't, obviously. You're just thinking about how you're going to come in. What kind of funny
like,
voice you're going to
how
have.
am I going to top this? And there's no way.
We got Alexia Brinsley.
Woo, 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 woo. That was a motivating, yeah. I am revved. I feel the rev.
I've heard you be motivating before, Alexia, and I
Yes.
feel like that was not as good a motivational.
There's not quite enough
as you can do.
aggression. Like there was optional motivation, but I took it.
Yeah, it was like, hey guys, you can feel motivated, or maybe you can just chill out. I don't care. You know, whatever. I'm here for you either way.
It's because it's like the playing hard to get motivation. It's like, I don't care if you're motivated. I'm not motivated.
Yeah, whatever.
And then you want to be motivated despite them.
Like, yeah, I'll show you. I'll be motivated.
Great. Lexi, we were just talking about the fact that you're about to run a half marathon.
Yes, I'm doing Run Melbourne on July 25th.
Woo! Run Melbourne. I think a few impromptuners have said they're going to do it too. Amy Ruffle, Jake Leaney, and Emmet Nichols are all doing Run for Fun. Is that what you said?
Run Melbourne?
I think, run for fun. Run for...
What's it called?
Run Melbourne.
Run Melbourne. Are all doing Run
I
Melbourne.
thought you were wondering what the slogan was. I was
No. I was just like, what's it called again?
I think the person who invented the phrase fun run deserves like a punch in the face.
How dare you?
We
I
could make
agree.
it
Look,
fun. We could improvise as we run.
I cannot think of anything worse than running and trying to do something else at the same time. If I'm running, that is literally all I'm doing. I used to go for runs with like Emmet and another mate of mine, Jordan, and we would go for a run, and Holly James and everyone else would be really good at like having a chat, and I would be like, I can't talk, I'm too busy running to get anything out of me.
Oh, that's hilarious. My partner decided he was going to like help me out with the jogging and do like football training, and he would like jog in front of me like backwards going, come on, you can do it. And I would get so angry, and I would just be like, I hate you.
Actually, I found the only way to think about to get myself through a run was to think about what was for lunch that day, which was usually going to be fried chicken of some sort.
Honestly, post-run meal.
Yeah, the post-run fried chicken that I got into the habit of.
I think that would actually motivate me.
Yeah, it actually works. Yeah, that or being like, come on, at the end of this you can go to the bathroom or something like that.
Maybe, you know how when horses horse race, they used to put the carrot in front of them and, dangle it along? And maybe you need, fried chicken on a string.
That's probably what it needs to be.
And just run along.
That's hilarious.
Lexi, you said you've run a mega marathon, ultra marathon?
Yeah, they call it anything over a full, they call an ultra. But it was 55 kilometres.
I can't, the thing about marathons for me is they're not even good for you anymore. A normal run is this is great. I'm doing something good for my body. So even if I'm suffering, at least I'm gonna come out of it better on the other end. A marathon? No, you're just a crumpled heap. Your body hates you. You need to not do anything for days because you're literally dying.
Anything that actually chafes your nipples off is not healthy.
Yeah.
That's true. You put little Band-Aids on them.
Once I was having really chafy nipples one day.
Not even running.
Not even running. It was just a cold day.
At home.
And I was going out. I had a scratchy shirt on. I was to my partner, I was do you have any Band-Aids or anything to to help out? Because I'm just going to be constantly touching my own nipples today because there's chafing so much. And she was like, the only Band-Aids I've got are these children's cat-shaped ones. So they're little cartoon cat faces.
Wow.
And so the whole night we went out partying, and I had this little secret kitty nips, I used to call them, on my nipples.
Cat
these
nip.
like cat heads over my nipples.
Honest to God, your new nickname is Morgan Kitty Nips.
Morgan kitty nips. And they're just like my little secret, and like every now and then I just like take myself out of conversation, just think, you're having this conversation right now where you got kitties on your nips.
Kitty nippies.
No one knows but you, baby. Oh, that's hilarious.
I love that.
Yeah. Anyway, that's my story about chafing. We got there, but
You're full of really good stories. Is your other story going to be on Patreon?
yeah, I said another story about my how much I love to exercise. You can
Yes.
find that on Patreon.
It is worth your while. Trust Teresa.
You can probably also find it on our super secret fan club, which is on Facebook. You can find it through the Impromptunes Facebook page, where you can talk to the Impromptus cast about all kinds of things, including my terrible stories.
Again, so worth it.
Yeah,
Normalised
so,
chafing nipples. I love it. I love it.
Yeah. Anyway, this isn't a podcast about kitty nips. This is a podcast about improvised musicals. And we will make an entire musical up on the spot for you, the listener, based on a suggestion we get from you on one of our social medias. So you can send it to us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can even send us an email or a private message. You could send us a letter if you knew our address.
Homing pigeon.
A homing pigeon to do.
Message in a bottle.
That's a
Message
good
in a
one.
bottle.
One of those skywriting planes.
ESP or whatever you call it. We take all your titles, we put them on pieces of paper in varyingly neat handwriting, and we dump them in a bucket that we call the Ball of Destiny. And then, if that's not convoluted enough, we take one out of there, read it out at the start, and then we just go for it. I'm doing that right
So
now.
step by
While I
step.
was so
And
step by
that's our
step.
process.
That's our process. And I've already skipped some of those processes. I've already taken a title out of the bucket we call the Ball of Destiny. I've got it in my hand. This one is from Maureen Nichols, Emmet's mum. Defining Australia, the West and the rest. Thanks, Maureen Nichols. Always trying to keep that flame of hatred alive between West Australia and the rest. She just wants her son to move home. That's what I think it is. Sorry, Maureen. Oh, we've got him over here. You can't have him back. The Defining Australia, the West and the rest. That's what we've got as our title today.
I just want to put it out there that I am not from Australia originally, and I know little to nothing about Western Australia, so
Oh, really?
it's going to be interesting.
I'm going to ditto that exact same sentiment.
Oh, this is going to go great then.
It's going to be so good.
So just for a little background information, there's always like this little bit of undertone of like Western Australia being like, should we just like be independent and be our own country? I mean, they're so far away from everything anyway. Like Perth is the most isolated capital city in the world. It's quicker for a Melbourne person to go to New Zealand than it is to get to Perth. So there's this whole kind of like, maybe we'll just be our own country.
Have their own currency.
Yeah, I mean, I think that ended once the mining boom ended and they stopped having all the money. But, that's how it is. So, Defining Australia, the West and the rest. Thanks, Maureen Nichols. Here we go!
Gather round, you people. Look to left and right. Australia is rising, rising with all its might.
Gather round, ye people. You know what's best. You can live somewhere else, or you can live in the West. Australia, Australia, we got what cures what ails ya. Australia, Australia, we can cure what ails ya.
Australia,
Australia, we can cure what ails ya. Australia, Australia, we can cure what ails ya.
Gather round, everyone. Gather round and march. This is a time for victory. Yes, this is our victory march.
Gather around, ye people, 'cause you know what you're worth. You gotta be in the greatest city, the city of Perth.
Westralia, Westralia,
We got your names, yeah.
Australia, Australia, we can cure what ails ya. Australia, Australia, we can cure what ails ya. Australia, Australia, we can cure what ails ya.
Come on, light a torch for Western Australia.
Gary, I think that march went really well this morning. It was
Oh, my goodness, did it ever? Finally, we've closed the borders of Western Australia. No one comes in or out ever again.
ever again. Oh goodness, it's so exciting. We had one of the biggest turnouts. We had like the whole of Westralia there today.
Yeah, we defined what Australia really is. Everywhere else, and Westralia is the new Australia.
And gosh, since you've become the new Prime Minister of Westralia,
Ah, yes. Thanks, Catherine.
you're just really making your mark.
Yeah, my first decree, get rid of the cats. We don't need them.
I hate cats too.
Yeah, everyone in Western Australia hates cats, so we just got rid of them.
and
Chucked them over the border.
sometimes they died, but that's okay. That's the cost you have to pay, you know.
Yeah. Now we got a rabbit-proof fence, we got a cat-proof fence,
And the horses too, they're
the
gone.
horses-proof fence, yeah, got rid of them. We got so many proof fences here.
God, your plans are just incredible.
Well, thanks, Catherine. It's just like, I just come up with them, you know?
It's like you just think of them and then just do them without even much thought. And that's such a good thing, though. It's so impulsive and amazing. I love the uniforms, too. They're getting distributed to everyone on Friday.
Everyone gets a Westralia uniform.
Oh, yeah.
It's a mixture of blue, yellow,
And
green,
polyester.
and purple, all in polyester.
Yeah.
It's because it's all the football teams that we have now in our local competition. Because we don't verse Melbourne anymore because they're there in the other half of Australia.
And they're on the other
it's
side of the
this is-
fence.
we have a whole season of just the two teams, Dockers and West Coast, just going against each other.
And my favourite thing about that idea is that we always win.
We always win.
Like if Perth or Westralia or West Perth or East Perth or South Perth are all fighting, Perth is still going to win.
Because we're unified.
Yeah.
A unified people. There's nothing better, you know? You remember back before when, you know, my ex-wife was here and,
Yeah, Deborah. God,
Deborah.
I hated Deborah.
I know. Well, that's because she came from Melbourne.
Between you and what? Yes.
Yeah.
Came from Melbourne.
Yeah, it was a mistake. It was a mistake, that whole endeavour, you know? We were star-crossed lovers and, you know, my family said, what are you doing? Falling in love with someone from Melbourne? I mean, don't you know your heritage? Don't you know your blood? And I was like, but she's real pretty. And she's so intelligent and she inspires me. You know what? She gives me all the ideas. I get so many ideas when I'm hanging around Deborah. And that's what it is, you know?
But she's gone now.
She is. And I'm not struggling for ideas at all. You know? Just now, I just came up with another one.
Oh, please tell me.
Yep. Shoelaces are now banned.
President Tim Flemington, I've gotten rid of all the shoelaces as you ordered. And also,
Good.
we've got a Melbourne-proof fence that we've put up.
Good. Perfect.
Melburnians,
Take that,
coffee,
Deborah.
and cats.
Yes, great. My next idea. I've got another idea.
Oh, you're full of
It's coming
ideas.
at me right now. I can feel it tingling up my spine. Yes,
So
yes,
inspiring.
yes. Here it is. You may no longer use Kleenex.
Noted.
Brilliant idea, Mr. President Tim Flemington.
No tissues, no Kleenex, absolute waste. Have you got a snotty nose? Just wipe it on your sleeve. That's
Wipe
the
it on
West
your
Australian way.
multicolored polyester sleeve. That is why they're polyester.
Absolutely,
Very
absolutely.
Very
observant.
observant.
Yes,
Absolutely.
polyester sleeves.
Absorbing
Very good,
yes.
very good. Another idea done.
All these ideas. It's amazing you come up with them by yourself.
Yes, well, I'm an ideas man all by myself.
No wives or anything needed for these ideas. That's why they're so great.
Not anymore, Simone.
I just wanted to put it out there, President Tim Flemington, that I support you being single. Just wanted to say.
Thanks, Simone.
No
Thank you.
problem.
No, I appreciate that. I've only been separated from my wife for 6 weeks now.
And what a 6 weeks it has been.
Yes.
In these 6 weeks, you have come up with so many glorious ideas.
Yeah. I went from being a lowly janitor at the local Perth Stadium all the way up to being a manager of the Bell Tower, and now look at me, Prime Minister of Westralia. What a 6 weeks it's been.
Yes.
And you know what? I've just been on the up, and the up, and the up.
And then up again. I just wanted to say, President Tim.
Probably. That's the trajectory.
Yeah, I also wanted to, I love the way you outlawed closed-toed shoes.
Ah, yes. Closed-toe shoes.
Everything's a thong now.
Deborah always used to wear those.
Tim Flemington, do you have everything that you want now?
Yeah. I got everything I want now.
Oh, wow.
Closed-toe shoes. They gave me the blues, so I've taken them out. I've taken them out, and never will I see them again. And tissues, Kleenex and the lot. They're what I used when I said Deborah was here, and I want them forgot. So please use your sleeves when you sneeze. It'll make me pleased. Oh, so please use your sleeves when you sneeze. That'll make me pleased. I'm sure it'll make me pleased. Just like I was pleased when Deborah, she bought me my own uniform of Westralia. Just had my face on the front, I used it at all my press conferences. And now she's gone, and thank goodness we had such differences. So please use your sleeves when you sneeze, or when you cry, or when you cry. And now she's gone, she's past tense, kept out of my heart by a Melbourne-proof fence. And please use your sleeve when you sneeze, or when you cry, oh, when you cry, but I won't cry.
Okay, come here, little kittens.
Meow, meow.
It's been really hard camped out here outside Westralia on the border, just looking in, but being kept out.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Deborah.
Yes. Yes, Puss.
Why are we just waiting here instead of going back to Melbourne?
Oh, I don't know, Pussington. I mean, the lure of the coffee and the nightlife and the choice between sports and culture just... Oh, it's like an aphrodisiac. It's like a siren song, but... I don't know. So, you know how sometimes you just want something different, you know? Like when you've been having tuna all week and then you're like...
Yeah, and you want chicken.
Exactly.
Or
You're
when
like...
all you're doing is getting fed biscuits and dry food and you just crave something wet. Or when you've been using the kitty litter over and over again, so you just do it on the bed just for a change of pace, you know?
I'm feeling a little bit judged, Pussington, but that's fine. Yes, that's exactly right. And sometimes, I mean, maybe I did act out. Maybe I was like, could we do something different rather than just a barbecue this weekend? Could we, maybe, I don't know, wear berets and go to a under the dome at night coffee liqueur party?
Like they do in Western Australia.
Well, like they do in Melbourne, but not
right.
in Western Australia.
Yeah.
And Tim would be, no. And I would be like, ugh. I never actually went on the bed, but I was tempted.
You went on the bed too?
No, I
was talking about me.
No, I never went, but I did. I understand you, Pussington.
This has changed my whole perspective on our relationship.
Oh, I know. I don't know, it's, I'm torn. I'm torn between the world I know and the world I knew and the old and the new and the east and the west.
I mean, why should you just have to choose one? I mean, you've got two kittens. You got me, Sir Pussington, and Sir Parrington, the other kitten.
I know. Sir Parrington and Sir Pussington. 2 cats are better than none. 2 cats are better than one. 2 husbands are better than none. No, I have one, I don't have anyone. 2 choices are better than none. East and west are better than some. I need to get back inside and change his mind. Tim, can't you see that you and me, the differences are more like symbiosity? Tim, can't you see that you and me, the differences are more like symbiosity? And every day I think maybe I should get a plane or a train back to Melbourne City Centre, where I can get a cafe latte dripped through a dropper. But then I remember the beaches of Perth, and I think, why can't we just have both? Everybody knows Australia is a multicultural city. Oh, Tim, can't you see that you and me, we are so different, baby? It's more like symbiosity. Tim, can't you see that you and me, it's not so different, it's just symbiosity. So I'm gonna go back inside.
Yeah.
This is actually 2 weeks before we started.
Meow, meow.
I will don a Western Australian disguise.
Meow, meow.
Oh, Tim, can't you see? Just you and me, we're not so different, it's just symbiosity. Tim, can't you see? It's you and me, we're so different, it's just symbiosity. It's been 2 weeks, President Tim Flemington, since you sent your wife and Sir Pussington and Sir Parrington out into the desert, and you seem to be doing great.
Well, I am. Yes, everything's going great. It's all up and up and up and up. Perth just builds up and up and up and really builds out and out and out and out. Less up and up and up and up. But, you know, we're just kind of, inventing new ideas, new things for, West Australians to get behind.
Yeah. I mean, people loved the idea of the umbrella hat.
Yes. Well, now you don't have to worry about the rain because it rains
Not at all.
infrequently.
No.
Yeah.
And of course, the no laces have been great because you obviously only have open-toed shoes. But, like, on a building site, there have been a lot of people who've lost toes. But you know what? That's all right. You don't need anyone to be a sounding board for your ideas, Tim Flemington.
Not me. No. All my ideas are just as good as they were when Deborah was around.
Yeah, you don't need that, Deborah.
No,
I mean, I bet you've forgotten even what she looks like. She could be standing right in front of you. You wouldn't even know who she was.
Yeah, well, she was a master of disguise. She loved cats, and she was a master of disguises, which is why I banned costume shops.
And everyone's loved that, especially the small children who are having their 8th and 10th birthdays and all wanted to go as Elsa from Frozen.
Yeah, well, that's the one costume that you're still allowed to wear, is in Elsa from Frozen, because I love the movie myself.
I know
Is it very good?
I know.
Excellent. Some people say that Tangled's better, but it's not. Frozen is the best one.
I know.
Yes,
I also
absolutely.
loved Frozen. I loved the way
Yeah.
they just let it go.
Yeah, Deborah used to love Frozen too. She'd say, whenever Elsa was, letting it go, she'd be like, you know what? That's like you and me. We just let it go. The differences, like we just let it go. And then I didn't, and then we broke up. So that's where that ended.
Yeah.
Right there in the middle. But we didn't even finish that sitting of the movie.
I know, it's just kind of hung in the air, really, didn't it?
Yeah.
Just like it had, was unfinished business between you, just hovering. Like, let it go. But not the whole thing. Like she might have said, oh, Tim, I really wish we had a better coffee here.
Simone?
And then, yeah?
I'm sorry, but this conversation is reminding me too much of You're
sorry.
reminding me too much of
Am
my
I triggering?
ex-wife.
I wouldn't know why. I'm absolutely 100% not your wife in disguise. I would never be Deborah in disguise. No costume shops. You said so yourself. I'm 100% Simone. I've lived here my whole life.
I know that. Obviously, I know that because you couldn't be anyone other than Simone. You're definitely not my ex-wife.
100%.
Who I sent out of town a couple of weeks ago.
Absolutely not your ex-wife.
Anyway,
no. Go North
look,
Perth.
Yeah, look. You're getting me down though, so I'm just gonna, if you don't mind, you're fired. Yeah, sorry. It's just that you remind me of my ex-wife, and it's really bringing the pain. And prime ministers don't cry. Number 1 rule of being prime minister: don't cry. So I'm just gonna go out and hear what the public has to say about Australia, and I don't want to see you again.
Australia, yeah. Fine. Okay.
Oh, hey, Derek, that blue dress looks pretty cool on you, hey?
Yeah, Samantha. I know, it does bring out my eyes, but
Yeah.
I really wanted to go to Tommy's 6th birthday as a cowboy.
Yeah, I wanted to go as Anna. Now I have to be Elsa. And you have to be Elsa.
Yeah, we all have to be Elsa. It's the only costume available.
Hi, guys.
Oh,
I think we all dressed as the same thing again.
Nicole, yeah, we're all Elsa. Again,
Oh,
just like we were for your birthday last week.
Yeah, and for your birthday and for your cowboy party as well, Derek.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to say it.
Mm-hmm.
I was happier before we were West Australia.
Oh, you can't say
my
that
parents
out
say you
loud.
can't say that.
No, you're not allowed to.
Yeah,
Apparently, apparently the Prime Minister cried.
Yeah, but you know what else? I heard my dad saying that he's sick of having his toes crushed at work in the construction site. He's a bit sick of Westralia too.
Yeah, actually, my mum, she got lost trying to go to work the other day because they changed all the compasses. It only goes west.
Oh,
It's crazy.
It's really a huge problem.
She just drove around in circles.
And the Google Maps as well.
That only go
Yeah,
west.
it's only west.
West Australia
You can
map.
only go west now. It's nuts. You just end up more towards the coast, and you
Yeah, you just keep going and going, and you hit water,
going
and then
and going. And then you're
that's
like,
it.
well, I guess I'm stuck here now.
Oh, look, it's the beach again. In my Elsa costume. My mum said she's so tired of having to wear the umbrella hat because she keeps on, it blocks her peripheral vision. She almost got run over 6 times by a bunch of cars going west down a road.
Yeah, my mum was like, football's not the same anymore now that I don't have anyone to hate on. I just have this other football team that I'm best friends with Because famously, the eagles and the dockers are best friends.
And it's ruining families because my mum is Eagles and my dad is Dockers and they're not speaking to each other anymore since the Dockers won last week because they're like, this rivalry it motivates us, but now we can't hate Melbourne and so we just hate each other. I think they might get divorced.
Yeah, guys, have you
I've had it.
What have you got?
I've had it.
Okay.
I'm done with West Australia.
I've had it. I have had it. I am sick of West Australia.
I'm done. Yeah, I am done.
Correct.
You know I'm stuck sweltering in polyester in the sun.
I want to go where coffee is made really well and doesn't cost $6 for a simple latte. I want to go where they don't call it a long macchiato topped up. Who even made that up?
I want to see the rest. I want to see the rest. I'm sick of West Australia and going west. I want to see the rest. I want to see the west. I'm sick of West Australia and going west.
I'm so over everything that isn't from outside. Open up the borders, cause Queensland's not so far away.
And I know we should be getting all the power from monuments like the Bell Tower, but they don't compare to the Sydney Opera House or the Sydney Harbour Bridge or any of the other ones.
I want to see the rest. I want to see the rest. I'm sick of West Australia and going west. I want to see the rest. I want to see the rest. I'm sick of West Australia and going west. Hey kids, I couldn't help overhearing you in the streets, and it's pretty fascinating. God, it's pretty neat. You know you're starting to get there, and we'll find a solution. Let's work together for a revolution.
Yeah, kids, I heard you complaining, and I'm sick of how it goes. I can't keep building buildings when I've got crushed
West. I want to see the rest. I'm sick of West Australia and going west. I want to see the rest. I want to see the rest. I'm sick of West Australia
and going west. No, I just stepped back into my office. I was standing out on the top of King's Park, and I was looking out at everyone, and they're all rioting in the streets.
Yeah, I was going to tell you, Tim, they've all taken off their jumpsuits and...
Catherine,
Yeah.
you took too long. They're literally rioting right now.
I know. They're polyester flags now. They've put them on sticks. It's quite creative,
Well, they
but
didn't like
stressful.
This is because of all my ideas.
Yeah, and then a lot of them, they don't even fit the Frozen costumes, so a lot of them are just naked.
Oh, they get a choice. They can wear the polyester or they can wear the Frozen costume.
They wanted a third choice, Prime Minister.
The third choice?
You either give them a third choice or I think they're going to run us down.
The third choice of what? What do they want? What's the third choice that they want?
Maybe it's a different colour.
I thought we fired you, Simone.
Yeah, Simone, I fired you.
I know, I stole a key card and got back in the building again.
Even having you here is making me think of my ex-wife right now. Deborah, I miss you. If you were here, you would have told me that instead of it just being two choices or any number of choices, it should be do one thing or do the rest. Do everything, do anything. Why do you have to limit your choices? That's what she'd say to me, and no, I'd be like, well, I like polyester. And she'd be like, but not everyone does. And you don't always have to wear polyester.
And sometimes you can wear wool or maybe a polyester blend.
Yeah, that's what she... Oh, my goodness.
Yes, it's me. Your wife, Deborah.
Deborah, you were Simone the whole time?
I've been Simone the whole time.
Oh, wait a minute. Catherine! You're Sir Purrington!
Yeah, I'm a cat. I'm a cat.
If you weren't so focused on polyester, you might have noticed that Catherine had paws.
Meow. And I was your desk in your office.
Yeah, I've got to say, Pussington, you did such a good job at staying so still.
It's one of my chief talents. Meow.
Keeping very, very still in the sunshine.
My goodness. All this time, all around me, Melbourneites and cats who I banned from Western Australia.
You banned us because you had a broken heart, not because Western Australia didn't want us. The cats stay inside most days and they get walked on a leash. They're no danger to native wildlife.
No.
No, don't cry. Here, you can wipe your eyes on this, my merino jumper.
Oh, your merino jumper.
It's very absorbent, if a little overcooked for the weather.
It doesn't give you a rash like the polyester.
Exactly. And you can swap it out for cotton in 40-degree days. That's what we do in Melbourne.
To be honest, I miss Kleenex.
Well, lucky for you, I have these. Chow, chow. 2 Cleaners mini packs.
You always used to keep one in each pocket, one for you and one for me.
Yes, because both of us cried when we watched the end of Frozen.
It's so sad.
It is so sad. It's so sad. And okay, I've been trying to play it cool, but I miss you too. I miss the way you smell of barbecue. I miss the way your russet hair looks like a Perth sunset.
What about the way that I used to love swimming in the backyard pool?
I love the way you swam in the backyard pool. You would just throw caution to the wind and just leap into it.
And I hated shopping after 5 p.m.
You did hate it and I didn't, but it didn't matter. Because what you didn't get before 5 p.m. I could get after 5 p.m. Oh gosh, damn, I miss you. I need you.
I miss you too.
I'm sick of coffee and culture and a variety of international sport. I want to feel like I'm part of a community.
That's it, isn't it? We're defining love.
Yes.
You don't just need the West.
No.
You need the rest as well.
Exactly, love is the rest. No borders.
And love is Australia. It's shaped like a terribly drawn love heart. Maybe if you look at it upside down, it kind of looks like a love heart.
It 100% does. And you know what? Love isn't perfect, like Australia's heart shape isn't perfect.
But in Western Australia alone, it just looks like a broken heart.
I know. And Melbourne alone, it just looks like a bit of a shape.
Oh, West Australia alone. It's just a country torn apart.
Melbourne City all alone can get a little bit up its own arse.
But put them together and you look at it upside down, you see it's one complete heart.
And nothing else can make the world turn all around. We're better together than apart.
Oh, the West and the rest is how you make us whole. The West and the rest is how you make us whole. The West and the rest is how you make us whole. The West and the rest is how you make us whole. And all the stupid rules I put in place were just there 'cause I missed your lovely face.
And all the differences that you and I both know Let it go, let it go, let it go. The
Yes, and the rest is how you make us whole. How you make us whole. Yes, and the rest is how you make us whole. The best and the rest is how you make us whole. Is how you make us whole. Yeah. Let's make Australia whole.
You make us whole.
That was Defining Australia, the West and the Rest, given to us by Maureen Nichols. I guess the moral we can all take from this is, too bad, Maureen, we're keeping Emmet here.
That's what that whole
That
musical
whole thing was about.
Yeah.
It's just, give it up, Maureen.
Give it up.
Give it up.
He's ours now.
Yeah, don't think about it as being he's a whole state apart from you. Think about it as he's in the same country as you. You know? Because we're all just one country together.
Yeah.
Emmett's teared up. He's like,
Yeah. Needs that polyester sleeve
Using
on his
polyester sleeve.
to wipe up the tears. Thank you so much, Australia, for listening to this podcast. I hope it brought us all a little bit closer together. And remember, closed-toed shoes are really important in a workplace where heavy lifting is involved.
That is
So-
also the moral of this tale.
Yeah. The West and the